A grand jury last week indicted Trevor Milton, the founder and former CEO of the Nikola Corporation.
Now, you remember Trevor Milton, the 39-year-old who brought Nikola public through a SPAC last year, and now he's a billionaire. Milton made claims about their vehicles, like the Nikola One hydrogen-powered truck, that turned out to be false, like the fact that the truck was driving at all.
Yeah, prosecutors say that the truck was simply filmed rolling downhill, as we covered a couple months ago, or other claims by prosecutors in the indictment, like that the vehicles shown in press events had their doors taped shut and were powered by extension cords.
Prosecutors said Milton's scheme targeted individual, non-professional investors, so-called retail investors, by making false and misleading statements directly to the investing public through social media and television, print, and podcast interviews.
Trevor Milton appeared in court last week and pleaded not guilty. He was released on a $100 million bond.
In a statement, Nikola Corp said that the indictment was against Milton and not the company, and that Milton has not been involved with the company for over a year.
But the thing that I don't understand is that he is a major shareholder, the founder, the driving force behind the company, including all of the hiring, and that everything that he's being indicted for was happening while he was at the company, about the company. Why isn't the company being held more responsible for this?
I don't know. I mean, he's still a major shareholder. You're right. So, I mean, I assume like he still has some say in what's going on with the company.
Right.
And your point about him having hired everyone, when you're the founder of a company, that's like the whole ethos of the company is you. And so the whole company is built on a lie.
Right. Now, I think that we smelled something fishy going on very early on. I mean, first of all, we were like, hydrogen, why would that be your pick? And then everything that happened with the company just seemed a little bit suspicious. And of course, it was just a whole bunch of outrageous claims.
I mean, every single time they did a press event, their things that they would show, their prototypes, were just cobbled together parts of other vehicles. And they continued to make outrageous claims. It wasn't just like one event where he made one claim. It was every single time they said stuff that wasn't true. Like, we've got solar on our buildings, and then there wasn't solar on the buildings. It's mind-boggling. I think Audrey Strauss, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, summed it up quite well. She said, at the bottom, this is a very simple case. Milton told lies to generate popular demand for his stock.
Yeah. And
he's a charlatan.
Yeah. And I think it is something to be a little bit nervous about when we're talking about SPACs. It's very easy to do this kind of thing during a SPAC because you don't have to show any profits or earnings or anything like that beforehand. And, because it's not expected. And so you just go into it with like, oh, the promise of whatever the CEO is driving at, whatever he's telling us. Obviously, this is a very extreme case of it, but something to keep in mind.
I think that the court held him to a $100 million bond is very telling because this shows that the court doesn't think he might even stick around for the case.
I don't think that he will either. I think that might even be too, like, why give him any bail at all?
I know he's worth billions. So
he's a huge flight risk.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips. You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.